Yow! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. We are here with the UGC lower bracket finals. A match that started Thursday night and well, kind of sort of ended on some controversy. In the end, didn't end as three players dropping out for Gentlemen's Club, and the UGC admins felt like the unpause was a little premature and pushing the issue, and getting players in the game felt like it was more important to the sanctity of the game to get that done and to get players in there. And then I guess in the long run as well, they've decided to replay the entire round. So that's what's going to happen. We were in the third round on Thursday night, and we only get one round of Badwater. There's everything to play for, and we're going to be a little bit shorter than a regular Badwater broadcast, but we are going to have a fantastic time. I'm joined tonight by one of my casters from the original game, Huey Lewis. How you doing, Huey?
I'm doing pretty good. I am excited to see how this goes. Could be kind of either way at this point.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're having that reset, and that kind of fills a little bit of the momentum. You know, we talked about in regards to the eventual grand finals, we talked about how playing 3 sets of Badwater or payload at all, like, kind of prepares you, or there's kind of this back and forth of you figuring teams out. And just one set is going to be tough. You know, we could get a really good roll here. In the original game, the very first set of offense, MurderForce9k did it in, I believe, 5:50. So a very quick time there. But then as the game went on, Gentlemen's Club settled down a little bit more and were able to slow things down, as well as speed up their own offense. So it'll be tough to see if some of those, you know, transitions carry over, or if the teams have further adjusted between how they played that night.
I don't know. I expect a lot of adjustments. I know Gentlemen's Club put a lot of work into like looking at STVs and coming up with new things to try to do tonight to kind of surprise people. I'm assuming, I think pretty correctly, that MurderForce probably did the same thing. But really, like you said, I think momentum is going to be a big factor. I mean, if we were going by Monday night, I really do think that, given, you know, where that final round ended Monday, everything kind of was in Gentlemen's Club's favor that night. If they'd probably had another player for more than, you know, a minute at the end of that round, it looked like the card would probably have gone in. But you never know. So, I mean, that could be completely flipped, or it could be maybe continuing on, because I think, you know, both these teams have kind of figured out what to do at this point.
Yeah, and I think it's, you know, kind of, it is the reset button. Everything's wide open. Once again, these teams very closely matched. And let's run down the roster before they start get going here, because might be going fairly soon. Now, for MurderForce9k, your scout is Shrugger, Remedy on Soldier, Ruin on Pyro, or sorry, Fathom on Pyro, Ruin on Demoman, Snailboat, their heavy weapons guy, Sigafu, the engineer, In Dust, the medic, and Stabby, their spy. Also Fox on sniper. Over for Gentlemen's Club, we have Deadbolt on scout, Ash, their soldier, Pudding Cup, the pyro, Grape on Demoman. Grape just put in a good shift playing some ulti duo earlier today. Arthur on the heavy weapons guy, Pulse on engineer, Kozen on medic, Max on sniper, and Akuma on spy. A lot of players went big in that first match. Do you think there's anybody that, you know, is crucial that needs to continue going big, or other classes that need to step it up? How do you think it's going to go?
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe the Fox versus Max matchup could be pretty important here. Like you said, like all the practice these teams have done, they really know how to get like back from each point now. So picks are going to be a really important part of this game, I think, both for the snipers and the spies. See what kind of advantages they can gain for their own teams.
Yeah, definitely Akuma versus Stabby will be a big fight. Stabby had some very nice team plays in the last matchup, and the spy can be very crucial into just opening up a defense or finding out where a team should attack from.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, I think Akuma probably is overall the better spy, but Stabby is really, really good at this map. I think this is, of all the spies, you know, that's their favorite map. Pretty much any spy will tell you the same thing. Maybe Viaduct, who knows. But Savvy was playing really well the other night, so the kind of perceived mismatch there wasn't really a factor in the Monday night game. And I don't know, probably won't be too much of a factor tonight either.
I think we are good to go with 9 on 9 here, so we should hopefully be starting fairly soon. No indication from the players in the chat. Once again, one round, one set of Badwater to determine who's going to go into the grand finals. Also, the difference between second place and third place in this season 12 finish with this community fundraised pot for the North American League. That is a difference of $300. So some cash on the line tonight as well. And of course, one of these teams is going to move forward and play tomorrow night up against Menace to Society. So that's going to be a fantastic game. Whoever perseveres here. Gotta wonder whether whichever team that wins here will feel more ready, more jazzed up, more hyped for coming out of the lower bracket finals in the grand finals, or whether it'll kind of just be they focused on this too much and maybe should have been practicing some 5CP and maybe some King of the Hill, you know, and the best of 3 might get the better of them.
Yeah, they were.
We'll have to see tomorrow.
I know there was a conversation being had earlier between some players where they really don't know what is going to happen. I mean, MTS gets the first pick of maps for the match tomorrow night, the grand finals, and you know, they don't want to make their decision. They know for sure who they're going to play. So tomorrow night, it's going to be the standard. It's just the same as it was last season. My cat is pulling on my microphone cable. Okay, there we go.
They do.
Yeah, it's going to be just the standard best of 3, 1/2 per map type of thing. Going tomorrow night. And whoever wins here tonight is going to have to win, I believe, 2 best of 3s.
Yeah, if we win the first best of 3, then we'll have a second best of 3 on Thursday night. And that actually came into effect last season, but Street Hoops did hang on and win.
Yes, we did, thankfully.
That was a close one. I wasn't quite sure how that was going to work for you guys on Thursday. But hung in there, and we'll see what happens this season. With Menace to Society pulling it down from the upper bracket. I'll face the winner of the team today and have a 1 best of 3 set advantage.
Yeah, still waiting on these guys to go live. I think they're ready to go, but I don't know. I think maybe they're looking at Arthur's Ghost Sandwich, which has been kind of a hit in scrims lately. If you want to look at that, Dashner, it's pretty cool. I hadn't seen this item. I really like it. Just a little ghost sandwich with a big tongue that follows Arthur the Heavy around everywhere.
Here we go.
That's what's all the chat in the game is about, at least, is the sandwich. I mean, these players, I think there's definitely some bad blood after Monday night, but I think a lot of that is kind of calmed down, and you know, they all seem to be friendly again, most of them at least, and just ready to play this out in a fair fight.
I think some of the players just kind of see this as an ugly affair and just kind of want to move on, and certainly let the results speak for themselves. Both teams, I don't think, really necessarily totally pleased with how this all played out. Even one way that you consider it with MurderForce9k, if they'd waited 3 minutes and had Akuma come back in and not Grape and then push the issue of having to unpause and it was 99, then perhaps they would have just gotten away with it and wouldn't have to replay this at all. So
yeah, it seemed that way, but I mean, at the same time, who knows how MurderForce decided to play at 8v9. You know, they could have done something differently than if they you know, were playing 9v9, so it could have opened up holes.
And looks like UGC Snowblind Frog has joined Team Spectator, so a closer eye being kept on things
not
tonight.
Him, but who knows?
Well, I certainly would hope it was him, considering the circumstances.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a UGC admin sit in.
That was one of my suggestions, considering the issues that they had on Thursday night and some of the things they said, that things would have been handled differently if a admin was there. And it looks like we might be going live here. It was readied and then unreadied, but I think we're going live finally.
Yeah, looks so, maybe.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the third round of this lower bracket finals between Gentlemen's Club and MurderForce9k. MurderForce9k are going to be on offense here. And this is a replay of a match or the round that was cut short, at least in sense of competitiveness, due to some very unfortunate disconnects. So we're having a replay here, and a lot on the line here with this one round. I think really the key point here is going to be the second point, and whether either a defense can be held there for either team, or whether they can just kind of slow things down so that they can set up on the third point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, discussion of what hold they should really go for has really been a big factor for both of these teams, I think, in the couple nights since that match Thursday.
Mm-hmm. So 10 seconds to go here. Nothing strange from Red in terms of their sentry gun setup.
They're going to kind of do a hold with their combo away from the gun a little bit, which is not a bad idea. You force Blue to look in two different directions with their Uber if they're going to come in.
They also, when they were on offense at the beginning of these rounds, they stuck to their sniper quite a bit, and they are very close to max here.
Mm-hmm. Looks like MurderForce is just going to pressure the cart through the tunnel with an awful lot of players here, just trying to see what they can do. Looks like Indust is actually going to go ahead and come out with Ruin up on this little cliff side on the left side of the map. They're going to maybe... Ruin's kind of peeking and goes down without Indust, so Indust is actually still out. Not the greatest position for him. Akuma is actually going to drop him. Wow.
Wow.
Akuma uncloaks behind Indust after Ruin went down. Indust was trying to get back into spawn, and Akuma, just perfect position, knew exactly where he'd be going after Ruin died, and uncloaked. Amazingly well timed. Got the stab.
Yeah, that's a big pick, and definitely going to change things around. Stabby behind here. He's going to go down. So Red is definitely very well posted up. Kozin still has Ubercharge, so no problem there. Gonna need Fox to kind of move up here and get some frags, pretty much.
They're basically gonna just hold this until they start losing a few numbers. I mean, I know they don't really like the second hold in particular, but there's no reason not to hold this while you still have big advantages. So they're just gonna sit here, and when they lose a couple players, Gentleman's Club will start backing up.
Yeah. As long as Pulse can get out cleanly is a big worry, but he's doing good right now. Holding this gun in place. Fox starting to creep up the ramp a little bit more. Some spam coming his way, and actually Spy just runs right past him. Try to deal with Sigafu.
Yeah, he's gonna get the sentry down, so Ash and Deadbolt can come up here and help on the hill. Not a bad move. And it looks like Indust does have his Uber now. They're sitting at the end of the tunnel. They're just gonna come out of the tunnel here, and looks like they're just gonna want to trade Ubers, and this will signify the Gentleman's Club retreat. Yeah, there are the Ubers popped off. They're gonna deny a little bit, but yeah, it looks like Kozin's already backing up with Arthur and Max.
And Pulse is gonna go down here. Rest of the team for Red starting to get back.
Indust going down again to Ash though from a bomb after the Uber. Ash, I think, stayed up, maybe up on top. Didn't quite see, but yeah. So another really big advantage for Gentleman's Club playing this well so far, keeping Kozin up as Indust has gone down a couple times.
They do finish the capture of the first point. The second point might turn into the type of hold I was hinting at, where we just have the engineer walking all the way back to third. But throw a bit of a sentry gun up here on the corner.
Yeah, Gentleman's Club is definitely more concerned with getting the gun on the third point, getting set up for the third point. So this is what they're doing, and then their scrims is just essentially giving up second with you know, just a little bit of delay on the card if they can, but they're not gonna put too much on it.
Yeah, almost surprised that Pulse didn't even just further pull back. Uber in from Red. Indust has an Uber charge ready to go as well. It's actually way far back though, back by the first point. So no pressure or no worry about an Uber being pressured out.
Yeah, they didn't stop the cart though, and Indust kept his Uber, so they're going to come in, see if they get a gun up in time. Pulse is already building. He's got it to level 1, and it'll be level 2 in a couple seconds, and that's really what they need to deny this Uber from getting too much position. MurderForce kind of needs to get that cart forward before they get the Uber though, and Kozin's at 60%, so this is going to actually be pretty close. The gun's going to go up probably to level 3 by the time they move in. Here comes actually crits. They're critzing the gun. Critzing around the corner.
Oh, interesting.
Everyone on Gentleman's Club is out.
Spotting that earlier. My personal medic display not quite working, so snuck up on me. And Snailboat's going to get cleared off on the corner.
Yeah, they're going to Uber back into this cart to try to deny the cap, and I mean, the advantage is going to go back to Indust unless he goes down there in his Uber, but no, he's way back, so... Indust being stuck on crits is kind of rough. His Pulse is still alive, and he's going to get that gun built again. So crits against the gun is really difficult. Max is coming down trying to get some cheeky shots if he can, but he's just going to have to back up.
Definitely need something from either Fox or Stabby. Kind of try to open things up on this gun. Kuma gets ran into by Shrugger and killed.
Yeah, they're going to have crits here in just about 5 seconds, so I'm going to see how quickly they try to go, which direction they try to go. It's a really hard point to crits from. Underneath is really your only option, I think, maybe top left, but looks like they're going to take it underneath again, see if the crits gets anyone. Gentleman's Club knows what's coming this time. They get Max, and they're going to push the cart. I don't think... Well, Kozen's just now going to have the Uber there to come back in, see if they can stop the cart, but they're not going to stop it in time. So really, the crits is just being used to bully the cart in at this point.
That works though. Indust is going to stay alive though once again, so they will be continuing to roll this crits. Looks like getting forward here though with Ruin. Spy is here. Kuma throws some stabs out, not going to get a kill though.
Yeah, interesting tactic though, just kind of bullying Gentleman's Club out with the crits advantage so they could push the card in. Pretty smart play from MurderForce there.
They could get another good crits here.
Yeah, this is going to be down
certainly works out.
To the spam from MurderForce to deny them entry with this crits. They
Just
have it ready to go now.
Yeah. Ruin just... Yeah, they're kind of taking a little too long with this crits. They really need to get out here. Really need to use it. Now they see that the medic is way far back.
They just don't know where the combo is right now. I think that's what's keeping them from doing this. But, I mean, the same thing is probably going to work. They're going to cycle this once, at least. Well, Kozen's going to counter with the Uber. He counters... I think he knows they need to move up and stop the cart this time, so yeah, I'm not going to let the cart move any further than they have to, but again, Indust is going to get out, and he's going to retain this crits advantage. Gentleman's Club really needs to build this Uber, and build it quickly, or they're just going to do the same thing they just did on third point, kind of bully out cart with the crits.
And Indust doesn't have anybody with him that can actually build, at least in the sense of self-damage.
Yeah, and Kozen's actually, they called it just perfectly. Like I said, they're going to build with Deadbolt sitting down below, and Indust is only 5% or so ahead of Kozen. It's a pretty smart play, smart adaptation. They realized what was going on pretty quickly.
Yeah, having somebody to build with makes a huge difference. They just barely get it ahead of the Uber charge here. 10%. Spy's going to see it coming through map room. Longer this takes, I mean, they can't even expect to have an advantage anymore.
Nope. And Gentleman's Club's going to start holding close again. Are they going to take it through... they're just being really indecisive. Everywhere they go, someone on Gentleman's Club is waiting for them. So being stuck on crits is a really tough situation here. Their time is ticking away, and they have to do something. And here it comes.
They see where it is. Yeah, they see the crits coming in though, and Ruin actually gets sniped down. Remedy goes down as well. It's gonna be easy Uber up front. It's continuing to work for him, and Indust again continues to stay on crits.
Yeah, no one even touched the cart.
Running back, so he might actually just switch now.
Yeah, that's a really, really risky play to do that on the third point. But as long as it stayed alive with that crits is obviously
that was part of the
go too
problem.
well.
Being successful is, you know, unfortunately a downside there.
Yeah. So they're back to Uber. They're building it up. Looks like Deadbolt and Kozen are building their Uber as well. So again, we're just gonna have trades. The cart has finally stopped rolling backwards. It got quite a ways back up that hill, so there's still quite a ways to go here for MurderForce. Yeah.
This is a good sentry gun location. I like this. Kind of far off. Have to obviously watch for the sniper. Fox might be able to get some pretty easy pot shots out there.
Now, Gentleman's Club has switched back to kind of a more standard hold, knowing they have the Uber advantage, I think, or knowing at least that they built it quick enough. Stabby coming in trying to get something on Grape, but has to back up. Sigafu going down. Actually, the Uber comes out of the window onto the heavy. Heavy Uber is kind of a iffy idea, but they're just going to cycle that Uber back to the cart. They get a couple picks on Arthur and Ash for Gentleman's Club. Max now going down. Ruin holding the high ground here pretty well. He's spamming down onto Grape. Pudding needs to help out. Yeah, it looks like Pulse actually ended up with like a 3 or 4K with the Wrangler, but he gets taken down by Fox. So now... Cart's got enough time
snipe on Pulse pretty clutch there as well. So that'll lead to the sentry gun being taken out. They're pushing the cart. The heavy weapons guy though, 4 red, is coming right back out here. So
yeah, the cart has
actually
so
made
long
pretty
to
good
go that the
progress,
spawns are gonna come back in time for Gentleman's Club to probably get at least another hold set up.
Definitely.
As long as, I mean, there's some scrappy fights going on right now, but looks like Gentleman's Club is getting the better of pretty much everyone.
There's Max getting a snipe on Fox. Yeah, it's been a pretty stiff defense by Gentleman's Club, and MurderForce is definitely going to need to get some things together. The cart about to start drifting backwards once again.
Yeah, they only really got it about 10 feet down that hill. There's still an awful long way to go.
One major difference right now is that Red's engineer has switched over to the mini sentries.
Yeah, I don't think the gun's not. I mean, he's getting kind of focused down by sniper and soldier and everything, so he's just going to try to build as many guns as he can at this point. A little Wrangler battle going on here. Wrangled minis. It's like Pulse wins that superior engineer work coming out of the spy main from Canada. Just kidding. It looks like Indust is sitting at about 70%. Kozen has his full Uber. Stabby's actually in a decent position, I think, in the stairwell, but he gets caught out by Arthur. He ended up going for Arthur there instead of trying to peek back down onto the combo. Interesting.
Yeah, he got spotted out kind of early.
So it looks like they're kind of just trying to wait for picks. MurderForce is kind of buffing Fox up around the corner, trying to kind of bait him a little bit with the heavy and the demo peeking. But Ruin's gonna jump with the Uber straight to the gun.
Yeah.
Risky play because you jump so far away from the Uber that you kind of need to keep yourself alive. So Ruin's down. Fox does take down Max. Deadbolt going down. Akuma comes in and cleans up, or stabs Indust. Snailbolt going down as well. Again, pretty much all the frags are going in Gentleman's Club's favor. They only lost a couple during that exchange.
Only lost their scout and their sniper, so the vast majority of their team's still alive. And Akuma is going to be able to get a little bit forward here, do some espionage to just come up from behind Fox and pistol him down.
Oh, Shrugger had a good opportunity to take down Grape, but missed a few shots there, and Grape had a nice pill, keep himself alive, live another day. It looks like MurderForce is kind of trying to pressure the map room a little bit.
Max with a big snipe on Ruin there, though. Gets Remedy as well.
Yeah, that last Uber, just Ruin jumping so far forward from the Uber was a... I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if they didn't realize they were still running, or that Gentleman's Club was running minis, or... I mean, they must have. There was that Wrangler battle going on, but I don't know. That was a really poor decision.
They had success on Thursday when they pushed through with Ruin, and they just Ubered all the way to the capture point, and then just kind of stood around and got a bunch of kills. But when he just jumped that far forward, too, yeah, he didn't have any support.
Yeah. There's nothing resetting the cart right now. Fox is going to run up and just touch it, keep it from rolling back any further, but it's up at the top of the hill again. We must be sitting at about a 9-10 minute time at this point, maybe even longer than that. Sigifu going to jump down for the hero plays, gets a one shot on Kozen, but not enough. Arthur spots him out. Ruin jumping down, trying to see if he can get a force. Not enough. Snailboat actually spanned down from up top and got a couple kills, took down Grapes, that's a pretty big pick. And Pulse again going down.
And the Uber sniper for a second there, and Deadbolt cleans up Indust right as that Uber fades. Sigifu with the revenge, but Cart's still not really progressing much. Some players starting to push it now as they realize that they only have 4 up for red team. Kozen does have Uber charge, is down low here. Hasn't used it yet. These respawns surely going to help. His soldier goes down. Should just Uber the heavy out here and get some kills, clear some territory, make some space, you know.
Yeah, MurderForce finally got a little bit of ground just by pressuring the car, and they got the force out of Kozen just by doing that. And I think, I mean, even though that's kind of been their mantra during, like, I mean, the first half of this match we saw a few nights ago, they kind of have forgotten that on this point, that they need to just play the cart. If you play the cart, the other team has to play your game. They have to come to you to kill you. That's the only goal in this match right now, is getting that cart in. They kind of did a little bit there, got down the hill, and I think if they, but that was off Uber, so if they just keep trying to force that cart, something's going to give with the Gentleman's Club defense.
Yeah, definitely.
And Dust is going to have about 60% advantage now as he gets up to about 80% on his Uber charge. They're going to come in. This will be the first push on this last point that they've come into with an actual Uber advantage. Pulse is down. He's not responding for about 10 seconds. Gentleman's Club's trying to kind of hold the high ground. They come in with the Uber. It looks like it's going to Shrugger, and here they go. They're forcing the cart in right now. Gentleman's Club electing to kind of let the cart roll in. so they have time to come in afterward and try to clean up. Looks like, and that's what they're doing really well. Only a few left alive for MurderForce. Remedy and Stabby stuck in the stairway here. They're not going to get anything done from there. Really, I mean, with the cart still having that far to go, pretty smart play to just let them push it a little bit and maintain your Uber advantage for that next push.
Yeah, Akuma was also nicely behind him, so he was able to just kind of pop out, get some stabs on people that weren't looking at him, and they were just able to kind of seal that defense up real well. Blue's still pushing here, an outside chance, heavy chops down, is actually just going to get sniped down by Max. Pyro coming in here as well, Uber is used from red. Gentleman's Club still holding strong as Spy's on the point, trying to capture it. 10 seconds on the clock.
Another good force. MurderForce has complete position here. It's just really heavy medic left alive. They can't get to the cart in time. It's going to go in 14:41.
Wow,
is your time.
Right at the end there. So that is better than not capping, but just barely.
Yeah, so MurderForce is going to have to make some crazy plays on this defense of theirs to win this round, I think. It's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, I mean, essentially their best hope is, you know, getting a stop on the first point or something crazy like that. You know, if they get all the way to last, you definitely can hold them to a full stop. I mean, it could just be that kind of night where we're having slow captures.
Yeah, they need,
but certainly it's a tall order.
Yeah, they need to keep Indust alive, and they need to keep their Uber advantage pretty much the entire time here. I mean, they can't really afford to let it go in the other direction even once or twice, I think, if they want to hold this time.
Definitely. So, gate's going to drop here shortly, and Gentleman's Club have done quite a bit to get themselves in a solid spot here. Have a great chance to book in their spot in the best of 3 grand finals tomorrow. We have half of a set left. Let's see how it unfolds.
Kuma going straight up the hill, going to cloak up toward the gun. Fox getting taken down instantly by Max, so that's a little bit of free reign. Looks like Stabby's going to try to shoot down Max's headshot on him, but Kozin is pretty wisely healing up his sniper, which is such a big deal on this point, getting that sniper up the hill. Stabby's denied them quite a bit. He's going to dead ring and get out of there. Max is going to move up the hill now, see if he can get some shots. Remedy and Fathom and Ruin, everyone's spamming down Max at the moment, so he's got to back up. Kozin's out, but it looks like they're kind of waiting for some kind of pick or force or something. Ash is going to jump up the hill and try to spam the gun. Remedy goes down to Akuma, so that's another good way to get your sniper up the hill, is to deny the soldier who kind of generally watches this area. Fox goes down. Indust drops over to Akuma, getting up there and sneaking behind. Akuma has... Wow, on the first point, this seems to belong to Akuma pretty well. Takes down Snailboat as well.
Stabby just got 2 stabs and a headshot. So Stabby's still running around going mad.
Yeah, Ruin's actually still up around the cart. Looks like Pulse is going to take him down.
There's actually, still plenty of pressure on the blue medic. Stabby tries to come out here. Goes for the stair stab on Grape as well. And will get stabbed down while cloaked. Red, not going to be able to mount a defense on the roof here.
Yeah, something in there did force Kozin, though, so Indust is actually sitting with a little bit of an advantage, but position-wise, this is going, the second point's going to MurderForce for sure. And Akuma, again, coming in and just kind of decimating the flank. Takes down Remedy and Fathom as Max headshots Snailboat again, so they're just marching on forward.
Yeah, quite an engagement. They're giving themselves a lot of time to push this last point because the level 3 sentry gun is not set up on the 3rd point. Just got cleared up, and no chance for Sigafu rebuilding there.
And it looks like Ash is actually up top where they would normally build the gun, trying to spam people down, or spam down. He's gonna fight with Remedy and actually win that fight. Come away with about 70 health. They're gonna have to, I can tell they probably wanted to Uber in and save this point, but I mean, probably the wisest decision not to do that. So you go into last with a good opportunity to set up a hold, and I don't see a gun yet, but at least the Ubers are even. Kozin actually gets forced, so we'll see what happens here. Indust's just going to solo on Ruin, smart idea. Everyone else is wisely staying out of this Uber. Looks like Kozin did get away. He might, if they build this, maintain a little bit of an advantage, but I'm not sure they're gonna do that or not. Looks like they're just going to try to kind of off Uber push this and peek and see what they can get, but Ash going down. This is in MurderForce's favor right now.
Yeah, definitely. Gentlemen's Club have a good 12 minutes to work with here. Just gonna play this nice and slow. Get in position, get some free track. To get Stabby, a Stabby chest to come in on the cart.
Ruin
jump for the demo up top, totally floated.
Not sure why he jumped, but okay.
Yeah.
Snailboat's gonna rain down from map room up on top of the cart, but he's kind of hurt. He's about half health, and that's not good for a heavy. Sigafu really hasn't had time to get anything set up, and looks like they all exited the server. So I'm guessing that's a Gentleman's
typical.
Club win. Yeah, that's I mean, STV goes about what 2 minutes in the future, so
yeah.
So we know that that attacking time was what we were at about 3 minutes when it stopped. So it was about a 5.5 minute attack, I think, for Gentleman's Club. And they're going to be going to the grand finals tomorrow night. So quick turnaround. Gonna have to play tonight, play tomorrow night.
Yep. That's all right. That's how it goes, and I guess that's a much better scenario to be in than all of a sudden having your Monday night free. So there you go. Well, congratulations to Gentlemen's Club for winning. We're going to try to pull up some stats here and take a look at things real quick. I got to get those in front of me real quick, so hang tight.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up stats as well. You're kind of roboting a little bit there, eXtine, maybe lagging out a bit.
Sorry.
But
I'm sorry.
Looking at the stats, do you have them, Dashner?
I just pulled them up. I will send Dashner the link as well. So yeah, it looks like damage per minute, Grape, 380, pretty good. When it comes to frag, 25 for Max. That's, wow, 9 more than what Fox was able to do.
Yeah, Max was... You're still roboting, so I'll kind of try to take this a little bit. But Max is 25 and 8 to Fox's 16 and 14. Max just was picking off people during the kind of off-Uber pushes really well. Kozen dying 4 times to Indus 8. Indus had a couple drops there, both to Akuma, I believe. Akuma 19 and 17, going positive to Stabby's 8 and 17. So Akuma having a really big game, and just everyone seemed to play really tight on Gentleman's Club. Whereas you had these kind of big hero type plays from MurderForce coming out with the jumps and the NG rushes and stuff like that. Just wasn't quite up to the task.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to try to get a interview in here real quick. We'll try to keep it civil and on point. An important aspect of that. But we'll try to get some thoughts from Gentlemen's Club on their defense. If there was anything in particular they felt like they did different. I think putting that sentry gun on the backside of last seemed a little bit different. We'll obviously have to see about what Pulse had to say about that and any adjustments that they made there, as well as you know, how they felt about their offense. But we're going to get Arthur and Kozen in here, so the heavy weapons guy and the medic. Hang tight, ladies and gentlemen. So, of course, we will have the UGC Grand Finals tomorrow night. Please do turn in. We have a great crowd here tonight. Hope to see you guys tomorrow night, 24 hours from now. Actually, in minus 30 minutes, so 23 hours and 30 minutes from now. We will be going live with UGC once again. And that will be a best of 3. It is all settled. Menace to Society versus Gentlemen's Club. So that's without a doubt going to be a fantastic game, a fantastic series. Always fun to see Highlander played in a best of 3 setting. So here we are with 2 members of the winning team, Arthur and Kozen. Let's just do introductions first. Arthur, how you doing, man?
I'm feeling great after that.
Good. And Kozen? Yeah, first time in the finals, Arthur?
Yeah.
Excellent. How many times have you tried in Platinum?
First time in Platinum was Season 7. That was a summer season. So Season 8, Season 9, 11. And so this is my 4th attempt. Made it through.
Excellent, excellent. Congratulations. A lot of hard work paying off. Is it, like, do you have like dreams of playing heavy sometimes when you sleep, or?
No, this is actually my last season of heavy, so.
Whoa, what? That's news.
Yeah, I'm done after this season.
Done with heavy?
Yeah.
What's it going to be next?
Spy. Well, I'm gonna take a chance at Spy next season with bonus. See how that goes. If I don't do that well, I'll try another class. You know?
Well, I think your Spy play from Thursday night definitely showed promise.
I mean, that's the hardest one. There's a dispenser, but there's nothing to do.
So let's talk about a bit more about things tonight. You guys obviously only really had one set to work with here, and had to get things right away. Indeed, you guys did do that. What was, kind of how does your defense develop? From as you guys get pushed back from first point to last point.
We really focused on keeping me alive, and like as soon as we were bleeding a few players, we just made sure we were able to get out to the next point. Because from our earlier scrims and matches, we were just bleed players on like the first point, and we had no chance of holding second point or like roof at all. So we made sure to get me out, and yeah.
It's good. I at least noticed in the last point, did you guys make some adjustments with Pulse, having him build more towards the back? That seemed a little bit newer.
Yeah, we had him play, like it's a good spot to kind of build it, because when you have an uber disadvantage, you can bring the whole team back there with the support of the gun, and I could keep max buff back there, so we were able to kite their crits until we could get uber. And also, like when we're playing forward, the sentry back there covers map room, or like a sniper peeking window, so it's a good spot.
Cool, excellent. Kozin, any more thoughts from you about this game?
No, I'm good. Surprised it was that like fast.
How did you guys feel about just getting the chance to redo this in the first place?
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
Especially, like, I mean, what are the odds of two people timing out, disconnecting, and then having our demo man have to leave at the same time? Like, it felt like a disaster, but we almost took that round off of them, so I was pretty confident coming into this, and I really appreciate that the admins let us replay this.
Now, you guys got Menace to Society up next. Best of 3. Any ways that you think that they're going to pick on you for, or I guess you don't have to get too into those details. What maps do you want to see? I don't know. Let's throw some ideas around about you guys' matchup tomorrow.
I expect to see maybe a payload map.
Yeah.
With them, because they're very good at like just offense payload, just like suiciding and pushing the cart, always having ③3. Spamfest is pretty good at like backing up in the sentry spots and staying live. So,
what do you think are the biggest reasons why Menace to Society has managed to pull off this upper bracket win in their spot in the grand finals?
Barb for just staying alive, and like I always hear Ash complaining about his movement, how he's like never able to kill him. And Squid just goes ham all the time, gets a crap load of kills.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Huey, do you got any more questions for these guys?
No, I'm just looking forward to seeing you guys play again tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think definitely that's my feelings as well. So, congratulations, guys. I'll let you guys get back to your evening. Thanks so much for joining us. And,
can I give a shout out to Electric Temptations for letting us scrim with them?
Yeah. Shout out to Argo.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Go ahead. Give your shout out.
Shout out
to Bonus Points coming back next season. Firefly, all them guys. Yeah, and shout out to ET. Thanks, dudes.
All right, excellent. Well, thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in tonight. It was a wonderful evening. Glad we did get the chance to see this done again. And we're going to be doing it again tomorrow night. Some more fantastic Highlander action. It's going to be another great night of TF2. So please tune in then. Thanks so much for all your support. I am eXtine, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.